It's how we I'm Third Movement, bringing the video to you guys, and today we're gonna have a conversation about being followers of the way, or following the true Christ, following the God of the Bible, the God that is explained in the Bible. That's what we're going to be talking about today. There's many religions out there, and we all are spiritual beings, right? We are spiritual beings covered in flesh, covered in flesh, and we shed off that flesh to get back to the spiritual higher being, that the Creator, who I call the Father, or some may call God. And I just want to have a conversation on that, about being different or set apart. So let's get into the to this video by Matt Chanler. This is how the early church lived, and it's by the Wretch. The Wretch. I got it off the Wretch channel. Very good channel. Go check them out. And I hope to let you hear this, and then I'm gonna make a point off of this. I heard this and I loved it. So let's get into it.
Caesar Hadrian became Caesar of Rome, I believe, in around 117. And he was a religious man, not a Christian, religious man. In fact, he built the Temple of Venus. So here, religious man, and he was so weirded out by this small but very rapidly growing cult called the Way. We call it Christianity, that he sent a man to get to the bottom of what made us as the people of God distinct. So you've got a Caesar of Rome who built a temple to Venus, who starts to get anxious about Christianity's growing global influence. So he sends a spy in to check us out. His name was, I'm going to just try this, just try to trust me. Aristides, I think. And in a letter back to Caesar, here's what he wrote. They love one another, and he who has gives to him who has not without boasting. And when they see a stranger, they take him into their homes and rejoice over him as a very brother. And if there is among them any that are poor and needy, and if they have no spare food, they fast 2 or 3 days in order to supply to the needy their lack of food. Listen to this. Such, O King, is their manner of life, and verily this is a new people, and there is something divine in the midst of them.
So I mean, go over and watch that whole channel, or you can go and find that whole sermon from Matt. But what I wanted you to hear is how the early church, how they were so connected on being what Jesus had left them to be, loving one another, being in love with God and being in love with each other, right? That was over everything. Matter of fact, he said that they would, if there was somebody hungry, they would literally fast so another person that's hungry can eat. You know, say you know, I eat regularly and this person over here doesn't eat regularly. Well, I will fast to give up a meal to help them eat. And the reason why I'm using this illustration, because I want to show you that was a set apartness. That's what holy means. Being holy means to be set apart, to be different, do things counterculture, and not just say things counterculture, but actually doing things counterculture. And then that's what this is what Matt was telling you. The early church, the early followers of the way, which we call Christians now. I like to say that I'm a follower of the way. I love that. But the followers of the way, they did things so differently that people were, oh, that's a cult. And not only did people say that was a cult, they actually brought in spies to see what's different about these people. How are they doing this? How is this thing spreading? And it was spreading through the love, right? I say that one of the reasons why Christianity is not going to where it's supposed to go it is going where it's supposed to go because God is powerful. But I'm saying the reason why it's not spreading like it used to, because I mean it's just not, and it's because we lost the love, even in the church. The church, and don't get me started on church. And I don't want to talk about the church from the standpoint of pointing fingers. I really believe that the Father is going to clean the church up. I really believe that He's going to use something that we think that's going to be horrible, and He's going to use it to clean the body, to clean up the church. But that's another video. But even we look at the church now, it's not counterculture. It's not different. Nobody want to go to church and spy on it because it's not doing what it used to do, right? It's not doing. I'm trying to move this out the way a little bit. Let me see if I can. Okay, no, that's not what I want. Okay, I just can't find it. But it's not doing the things that it used to do, right? It's not being the way that it once was in the beginning. And we got to get back to that. We got to get back to understanding that it's not about being religious. It's not about following rules that's gonna govern you to run a certain way that's been running for years. No, it's about having a heart. Listen, let's weigh rules versus love, right? There's some things that rules can't explain that love can, right? The Bible says love covers a multitude of sin, and I'm not giving you, Paul says, it's not just because of that. Doesn't mean you have a right to sin. You know, you don't have a right to break the law because love covers any sin. You don't have that right. But let's just say I was having a conversation with someone. I forget who I was having a conversation with. And I was saying that, you know, you got some countries where they will cut your hand off for stealing. And even if you steal an apple and you hungry, and I'm like, okay, if you hungry and you steal an apple, are you supposed to be judged as a person who stole for greed? Like think about it. If you stealing for a need, to fulfill a need, like I was truly hungry, stealing because you're truly, and that happens in other cultures. That happens. Like if my kids haven't ate in like 3 days, right? Versus I got food, you know, but I see that over there, that car over there, and I want it, so I take it, right? I steal that car. Those are two different things. Me taking something to feed my kids who haven't ate, or feed myself who haven't ate, then taking something because I want it, or because of it's different, right? Or it's there, it's available, or nobody look like they want it. No, there's a difference. So we gotta understand. We gotta understand how love operates, and I know I went on a tangent about this thing, because I think we got it, for the church to be where it's supposed to be. We have to get back to love. We have to get back to having this crazy love for not just each other, but for everything that's going on in this world. Listen to me. I don't like a lot of stuff that's going on in this world. I disagree with a lot of stuff that's going on in this world, but I refuse to let things that I don't like make me not love a person. I refuse to make what's going on in the world, which Jesus already told us will be going on, make me not love someone. And maybe through my crazy love, maybe I'm on this tip by myself, but maybe through my crazy love, somebody might see Jesus and really reach out to Christ and say, Father, I really want you like DeLacy have you. I really want to see you in the eyes that DeLacy see you, and they go to him and he opened up the eyes. The church believes that we are the one that leads people to salvation, and we're not. We lead people to Jesus, and Jesus leads people to salvation. And if we get that, but the whole idea of this video is that we have to live different. You can't go to the club. If you call yourself a follower of Jesus, you can't go to the club and do the things that they're doing. Listen, I listen to some of the radio shows and stuff like that, and the other day I was listening to the Breakfast Club, and they had these women from a show called Side Chicks or something, and they were talking to these women about, you know, being unfaithful and was one up in like ungodliness, and then at the end of the interview they prayed, and I'm listening, I'm like, are you serious? But they didn't pray in Jesus' name, so I don't know who they was praying to. They was praying to their guys. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is that the world is spiritual. The world is spiritual. The world is religious, but doesn't mean that the world is following the way. And you cannot get lost and follow the wrong path trying to follow the way the world following the way. You got to follow the way God, Jesus tells us to follow the way in His Word, and that's through love. That's through love, being obedient, being righteous, being different, set apart. That's what righteousness means, being set apart. Sometimes you're gonna have that time where you can't hang with friends, where you can't hang with these people who believe this way. I mean, I got friends that, you know, sometimes I can't do everything they do. And then I got, sometimes, most of the time, it's a long, listen, I'm not even going to lie to you. It's a lot of times I'm by myself. A lot of times I'm to myself. I've said it a long time ago, I'm going to follow Jesus no matter what it takes. And if it takes me being to myself, you know, with my Bible or with something that I like doing that's not displeasing to God, then I'll be that. I'll be that. And then we all struggle, so this is what I need you to do. If you're struggling with this thing, please go to Jesus and be honest. You know, I'm struggling with this. Go to the Father and say, I'm struggling with this. Be honest and ask for Him to change. But have that change in your heart. Say, I want to be set aside. I want to be different. At the end of the day, you got to fall out of fall out of love with this world and fall in love with Jesus. So I hope this video helped you. Go check out that by Matt Chanler, and go check out some of the videos from the Wretch, and go check out some of the videos on this channel. And I love you, Jesus love you, and I'm praying for you. The least I'm there.